This episode of the podcast is sponsored by David Shapiro, Remax Around Atlanta Realty. David Shapiro, Remax Around Atlanta Realty. He knows Western Midtown. He knows over by the Eastern. He knows around any landmark you want to find a home. The guy's got a neighborhood guide for it, and he'll tell you where the best tacos are. That's right. David Shapiro, Remax Around Atlanta Realty. He's your taco consultant. He's your home consultant. He is your Atlanta realtor. David Shapiro, Remax Around Atlanta. Tash, who the hell do we have on tonight?
So he's a hell of a paint trimmer. We've got Lena from Bruland, Germany, better known as EERA. Very talented artist. Had an album called Speed come out last year.
It's another good one, right? Let's roll that motherfucking tape.
Welcome back to Indiebnb. Today we are joined by Lena of the group EERA. How are you today, Lena?
Hello, yeah, I'm really, really good. It's a bit tired now. I took my crazy dog out for like a 2-hour walk, so now I'm like passed out, but it's good passed out. It's a good
one. Passed out. And you're coming, you're in London, is that correct?
No, I was in London for many years. I was in London for 11 years, but now I live in Berlin.
Okay.
I'm hopping through all the hipster cities around the world.
Okay.
Yeah.
But from Berlin, Germany. All right, so Indiebnb, new country. We've had some people from London, I think Sweden, and now we got Germany. So here we go.
Cool.
We're excited to have you on.
Nice one.
All right. Well, let's start. What's in the name EERA? What is EERA?
I wish I could tell you that it's based on like an ancient Norwegian god or something, but it's actually very boringly. It's just a name that I think sounds really nice. That's all it is.
Hey, sometimes that's all you need. It's catchy.
Yeah, right.
Sticks out.
Right, it's catchy, short, sounds good. You know, it's what you need.
If you ever get drunk in a bar, you could probably convince some dumb Americans that it is named after some Norwegian god.
I have done that sometimes, actually. Yeah.
That you're just a direct descendant of, and it's just part of who you are.
Exactly. Yeah.
So when did EERA become a thing?
Around 2016, I'd say. Mm-hmm. Like I started writing the music before that time, but around that time I found my first bandmate that I still work with today called Alistair, who produced the latest record. And we started playing together around that time. We used to work at the same cafe back then in London. And then I had my playlist on, and I played Deer Roof on one of the songs. So then Alice is like, "Oh, you love Deer Roof? No way." And then we connected and started playing ever since then. He's awesome. So I started from around that time.
Were you playing, had you had any experience with any other bands or playing solo before that?
Yeah, I played with another band called Pharaoh. She's a Norwegian artist. I sang and played with her. I played with Douglas Dare. He's like a piano player, singer-songwriter. And did like vocals and random things. And yeah, did a lot of stuff before EERA, definitely.
Okay. So this isn't brand new for you, is what you're saying.
Not my own, like for my own music, yeah, but not like in terms of being a performance artist, no.
Okay. I've listened to your album Speak that came out last year, and one of the things I really noticed was how much depth and like intricacies and like almost like a landscape that gets put into the music. Like, what goes into your writing process that allows you to kind of have these different layers? It just seems like there's always some kind of movement going through the song, whether it's the big chorus or in a slower bridge. What goes into that to get that movement?
Well, first of all, thank you for noticing it because for me, like, I love shoegaze music, and with shoegaze you get the layers that you don't hear the first time and you listen back and you hear it at that time. So it's a lot of influence by that. But for me, mainly I start with quite simply with like either some drums or a synth line or whatever, and then I think a lot about texture, like how they feel. So if I have like a hard sound, I want to add something soft to it. If I have a soft sound, I want to add something more edgy to it. Like I really think how stuff feel almost in my hands. You know, some people kind of think of color. I want to touch the sounds, and then that sounds maybe a bit silly, but that's kind of how I decide what textures that needs to go in and out. And I always love to surprise the listener. So I'm always like, you know, I'd have a part and I was like, well, it'd be really cool to randomly put that in there. And then I try to, a lot of my processes, I write and then I kind of cut stuff in the project and move it around. So like, let's say I have like a verse, chorus, verse, midsection. I go, oh, what if I try and put the midsection a bit before, or if I try to put another verse further back, and I kind of move stuff around that way. It's based a lot on improvisation. Like I do a lot of improv. I play through the track I've done. I put on my microphone. I put on the amp, whatever, and I just play along to the track over and over again till something sticks. And that's mainly how I write all the parts in. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it's super cool. I just, as soon as I put on the album, you know, obviously Solid Ground is a great opening first track that just hits you right in the face. But I noticed the sort of the movement in the background, and then on the beat, that is such a trippy song. You know, what went into getting that sound on that song?
Well, I have a beloved baritone guitar that I love, and I use that on a lot of songs. And that's what kind of creates the kind of low end, beefy heaviness behind a lot of the songs. And with the beat, I think I started off with the drum groove, I think. I had that, and then I started just playing that bass line on the baritone guitar, and I knew I wanted some sort of offset kind of dynamics in the rhythm, so it goes like da 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 ga, and it comes in on the other beat other than the first one. And then I wanted to have an explosive midsection, because that midsection is all about just like frustration lyrically. It's all about just like, it's almost like a swear word in music, that midsection. It's just like, I can't be fucked anymore, like let's just get it out, and then back down again. So I put a lot of the emotion in the lyrics into the music as well, like where, like I wanted it to be louder because I was angry in that bit, and then I kind of brought myself back down. So it kind of, that's kind of a part of my writing process as well.
Are there any specific artists that kind of influence you in that writing style, or even just in your sound?
One of my biggest influences definitely is Broadcast. Have you heard of them?
I'm not familiar with them.
You should check them out. So they used to be big back in like 90s, 2000. She sadly passed away really early, the singer. She was around my age, like around 30s, I think. And it's like kind of like psychedelic pop kind of vibe. I don't know if it's another band called Stereolab. It's like similar vibe. It's a lot of like really amazing English, they're all English bands that I really enjoy. And yeah, like then they have really cool synth sounds that I really enjoy, like really rich and but not as perfect synth sounds. You know, they don't have the harsh kind of new plugins. They have like the old school, like really cool round sounds. So yeah. I love that band.
Okay. Yeah, and so we want to do our segment of the song Spotlight, and the first song that kind of introduces us to your music is what I think is your best song, is Ladder.
Thanks.
And take us through that song, you know, from beginning to end. How did that come to be?
I was just sitting, so in our first apartment here in Berlin, we had a little extra little back room where it was also our closet before we moved into our studio. So I had like a super simple setup there with just like a simple sound card and a laptop and whatever, not much stuff. And then I just started playing those guitar chords, which are very simple. They're all like just, simple shaped chords, nothing special. And then I remember playing through them, and I showed my boyfriend. I was like, is this just really cheesy, or is it cool? Because this song can easily be just a bit too cheesy. But I tried to push myself to kind of work through that, because I thought, no, it's actually quite cool, simple idea. And also when I listen to some of the bands that I love, like Pixies, for example, if you listen to all the Pixies songs, they're really simple. If you strip it all back, and you just listen to the chord progressions, it's not really much going on, but what makes it come to life are all the vocals, or all the textures, or everything else around it. So I wanted to keep the structure super simple, but instead just add surprises in terms of what layering I added. So basically, in my little cottage or closet, I added like the guitar and the melody line and stuff like that, and then I took it with me to my friend Robbie, who has a studio here in Berlin, and we were playing. I played it to him. We played around with it, and he helped me create all the really cool harmonies in like the chorus, I guess you can call it, which was really awesome. He's so good with stuff like that. So we just created those together, and then from there it kind of went his own way at the end. But the lyrics came out really quickly. I wanted it to be about me trying to tell someone else, like, hey, you're kind of ruining your life and you're not seeing it. That's kind of what the song is about. And yeah, kind of like a kick up this person's ass, basically.
Yeah.
So,
it was one of those songs that was on some playlist I was listening to while I was working, and then it just, as soon as that, like you said, the chorus came on, it's such a switch with that, the deeper voice below it, saying pushing down the ladder. Whose idea was that to kind of bring, to layer that vocal so low below your voice?
That was my idea to do. I really love male vocals. I have a huge love for that, and especially when it's really deep and almost like choiry. Like, I love old man, like male choirs. It's one of my favorite sounds. Like, you have like sailormen choirs and stuff like that when they have like really old dudes barely standing singing together, and it sounds so beautiful. And that's like one of my favorite voices. So I always put a lot of male vocals on my songs. I love it. Yeah,
it created such an eerie vibe, and I was like, whoa, we got to back this song up over and over again. Make sure I'm not missing something.
Well, good. Keep it on repeat, man. Just keep it on repeat.
That's what I'm doing. The whole album is just great. And what did you set out to do anything differently from your first album, Reflection of Youth?
Yeah, as I said before, like, I listened to a lot of shoegaze, and I think my mindset was a bit different. And I think also I wanted it to have like more of a powerful message. That's why I chose the title as well, as being Speak, like really simple, straight to the point, no bullshit. Whilst I felt like the first one was a little bit more built inside of me. It was kind of like, not as open. I feel like this is a lot more open, and I wanted it to be like that. I also wanted it to be, I wanted to have more fun with it. I wanted to not be so like serious about everything. Make it a bit more light. And I feel the older I get, the quote unquote lighter I'm writing, in terms of like, just, I remember when I was much younger, I was like, oh no, I can't use major chords. Like, that's going to be way too poppy. Like, honestly, that's like how I was thinking. And now I'm just like, no, major chords are fucking great. I want to do more of that, So, yeah.
That's we're seeing a recurring theme here. I don't know if it was quarantine and COVID, but people are trying to make, that we've talked to, are trying to make more fun and happier music. We've been talking to recently, so maybe there's some good coming out of all of this.
Yeah, but I don't know what my concept of happy songs. I don't know if that most other people think is happy. Like, I finished a new song the other day, and I showed it to one of my best mates, and I was like, "Yeah, this is happy, right?" And he's just like, "Well," I was just like, "Okay, in my ears, it sounds happy."
That's all that matters. But I've asked a lot of questions. Let's see what Grant's got for you over here.
Yeah, well, we'll kick it over to kind of the videos, and then I'll ask you a few about live. But like, one of the things that you talked about was your layering and really getting a complex feel of your songs, and like, in between the Falling Ice song, between Falling and Ice, like, it seems like it's just like literally like an epic landscape throughout the whole video. Like, take me through when you made that. Is like, did you take a drone and shoot those, or like what did that look like?
You mean Falling Between the Eyes, the nature video?
Yeah.
That idea was because that song is about climate change. And it's about how much I love nature, how much I love the ocean, especially. And I really miss that living in big cities. Like, it's one of the things I always think I want to move to the country at some point. But that's actually, I sent a message up on Instagram and on my social media ask fans to send me footage that they have. So I said, whatever you are in the world, if you love nature, whatever footage you have of your phone, whatever, just send it to me. And then I got some of those crazy drone footage stuff, and I was like, whoa, this is crazy. Plus, like, some guy sent these amazing videos of those birds to me because he works at a conservatory for birds. So he had these like crazy cool images of that. So I just lucked out with fans being really cool. So yeah, that's all that was.
That's awesome. Like a crowdsourced video. That's the things we don't know. We don't know. I thought you went out there with your own drone and you just crushed it. But,
no,
hey,
it wasn't
I
me.
like it. No,
I just want, because the message is all about loving nature and taking care of nature. So I thought it'd be cool to ask people to send me their version of their favorite places in nature. Yeah.
That's cool. That's a fresh idea that we haven't, like, we talked to a lot of artists and we're like, wow, I mean, like, everyone's kind of like, yeah, we just kind of did it. And like, that's like like I had a purpose and I went ahead and crowdsourced some awesome stuff for it. So that's really cool. The other video stuck out to me. I Want to Dance. I mean, who's the drag queen in this video? And I mean, like, you could convince me that was a lady. But it was very, very cool.
It's that's actually my best friend in London, and he's been a drag queen now for some time. And that was around when he just started off. Like, he's embarrassed watching that video now. He's like, "Oh my god, my makeup is so off. It's a terrible wig." I was like, "No, that's amazing," because now he looks absolutely fantastic. I mean, he did then too, but yeah, that's just my best friend in London. We used to live together for 8 years in an apartment together in London, and he's a songwriter as well. He has his own solo stuff, which is called Douglas Dare, is his music. So I used to play in his band as well before. So it's just my best mate, and we've shot it at really early in the morning. I think it was 4 or 5 in the morning, like AM, because I wanted to have the sunrise and I wanted to have that light. And I remember I worked full time at a cafe. And I texted my boss. I was like, "Oh shit, the music video is running late." And I had a really cool boss at the time. He's like, "Yeah, don't worry about it. It's fine. Just finish it." Because and then I ran straight to work after we finished it at like 7 in the morning or something. And I ran to work.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was funny. But it was amazing. And Douglas is such a performer. He's just he goes for it. And he was shot by my other good friend of mine, Jodie, who did all the editing and stuff, and she's great. So yeah, it was good.
Wow, very cool. Yeah, and the final video I want to talk about, obviously, Ladder. We talked about our song Spotlight, a lot of emotion. But what was the inspiration with that, and where'd you get that gold jacket? I mean, that thing was so tight.
Well, I always loved 90s videos. I don't know if you've seen like PG Harvey videos from around the 90s, and they always have that harsh lighting. They always have like one kind of flat light. So I wanted to have that, and I spoke to Silla, the woman who did the shot and edited it, and I explained the concept. I just wanted me walking with a harsh light, doing the video, very simple, clean idea, nothing fancy. And she spoke to a designer. Sadly, I don't remember the name now. I should probably have remembered that designer name. But she borrowed this jacket from this designer. So Silla got all the outfits and everything. She did my makeup and everything. She was very hands-on. And then again, just a friend of mine here in Berlin. And then it was just her holding a very simple camera, and then another friend of hers holding literally a flashlight, like a big flashlight, just aiming at my face. And Silla was just like, "How are you keeping your eyes up?" I was like, "I don't know. I just managed. It's fine, even though I was like blinded by this light." And yeah, that was it really. My main idea, I just wanted the light to be right, and have that kind of 90s feel to it. Yeah,
I like when you turn and then you like it like catches you right then, and you go dark and you come back in the light. I mean, I just it was a very cool like concept, and just it looks like you're walking like forever. Like, did you walk like 5 miles during the video, or like what did that look like?
I walked a lot, and it was effing cold. It was so cold, and I was just wearing this thin jacket, and Scylla's boyfriend had like a puffer jacket ready for me to wear in between shots. He was just like, "There you go," every time, and like a huge, and then he gave me like a huge. I had like a bottle of wine that I was like drinking to keep myself warm. So I did that and had like the puffer jacket in between each shot. But it was a lot. There was a lot of walking, definitely. Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. Well, kind of want to transition over to your live set. Like, as two guys who live in Georgia, we haven't had the pleasure to see you, but what is it something that walking into an EERA show that two people can expect?
Depends if I do it alone or with a band. So I'm currently working on a solo setup, and then I just got Ableton recently, so I'm working on how to work with that in terms of live. But when it's a band, it's me on either guitar or baritone guitar, and then I have two mics, one with effects and one clean. The effects always has like loads of delay and reverb on it. And then I have Alistair, the guy that produced the record. He plays two different types of keyboards, like synths, and he also sometimes play guitar. And then I have a drummer who does like loads of pads, SPDs stuff, and drums, and then we all sing. So the drummer sings, and So I try to keep it as a 3-piece. If I can afford it, I'll have a 4, because it's always nice to have an extra synth on stage and an extra vocal. So it all depends on budget. The music industry. It's like if I can afford bringing more, I'll bring more, and that's why I'm working on a smaller set that I can do alone, which I'm hoping will. It's going to sound different, but I still hope it's going to have the sound that I like the reverby kind of floaty sound that I have with the band. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we've seen one of our buddy from Alaska, medium build. He came to Atlanta and we went to his set. He literally came out with like a drum machine and like sounds like on his like animal sounds on his Spotify, and he would play them, and then he would play his guitar over top, and it was pretty epic. So even without the 4-piece, you still, I feel like, can have that same layering, powerful feel just coming from one person, and it'll be knocking people's socks off. So that would be very cool. Well, any plans for a tour? Like, what's it look like for you currently?
I have a dream. I'm trying. I don't know if this is gonna happen. It's probably jinxing it by saying it, but I love Dive. Do you know Dive? American band. No, check them out too. No. DIIV. And they're touring Europe. I'm trying to get a support slot with them. I think it'd be really cool. I just got my management to ask their management and blah blah blah, all that business stuff. Don't think that. I don't know if it's gonna happen, but hopefully. But if not, then I'm hoping to do just like shows in the bigger cities. So like one in London, one in Berlin. I have so many fans in the States. It's crazy. It's like when you contact me as well. It's so cool because I've gotten a lot of podcast requests and interviews from the States, and I'm thinking, I really want to play there because clearly people want to hear me over there. So I'm really hoping I can. That would be a huge goal of mine to come over there, definitely, to play at some point. Mm-hmm.
Nice. Well, you let us know when you come, and you got at least 2 guys from Atlanta who will be.
You'll be just 2 guys. I like came all this way, and you have you guys, so it'll be worth it. You guys stand
there'll be. I'm sure there will be more than 2 guys there, but if there are only 2 guys, we'll be amped to be there for sure.
That'd be great. Yeah.
So, all right. Well, I think it's perfect time. Let's get into Pete Peterson's party pack of questions. All right, and Lena, it's going to be just this or that questions right in a row. So blank or blank, pick one. We're going to the next one. So it's going to be quick.
Okay.
All right, Pete Peterson's party pack of questions. 20 questions right in a row, and here we go. Cake or pie?
Cake.
All right. Crisps or pretzels? I had to change that one. Usually I say chips. I know chips are fries, so.
Definitely crisp. I'm like a crisp addict, so definitely crisp. Yeah.
All right. Nice. Do you like your beer warm or cold?
Cold.
Cold. Okay.
Yeah.
I guess it's not a thing. Like I've asked 2 people from like over in Europe that, and it's not actually a thing. People are lying to me. All right. Paris or Budapest? Which one do you like better?
I've never been to Budapest, but I'd love to go to Budapest. So I'm going to say Budapest.
Okay, yeah. I like it. Bagels or donuts?
Donuts, I guess.
Donuts? Okay.
I love them both though. That was a hard one. I love both. Yeah. I love both of them. Yeah.
Would you rather have a night in or a night out?
Oh, that's hard. As soon as I hit 30, that changed. Uh, I think night in actually. These days I'm enjoying my night ins, just doing my thing. Yeah, it's
I like
true.
it. I like it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, this one I might already have answered. You might have already answered, but sunrise or sunset? What do you like better?
I think sunsets because they're so beautiful. I think they're more beautiful than sunrise actually.
Interesting. You had the
Yeah.
video in sunrise. You get making that poor guy wake up at 4:30 in the morning.
I know, man.
The video.
I
I
know.
like it. I like it. All right. Would you rather go to the beach or sit by the pool?
Beach, 100%. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I don't like sand, so I'm a pool guy.
Fair enough.
Ninja or a pirate? What would you rather be?
Ninja.
Ninja.
Bit cooler,
Okay.
no?
Yeah. All right. Are aliens real?
No.
Oh, hot take. All right.
I think bacteria exist. There are life on other planets, definitely. But aliens, I don't know. Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right. Peaches or apples? What do you like better?
Peaches.
Okay, good. She's welcome in the peach state anytime. Muffin or a scone? What would you rather eat?
Muffin.
Okay. All right. Swedish fish or Starbursts? Fruity candies. Let's go.
Fruity, what? I haven't heard about these. What are they?
Swedish fish,
Uh-huh.
the red fish, they're
Okay.
gummies, and then
Okay.
Starbursts.
Haven't heard of any of those two. So I can't choose them.
Wow. Okay. No, obviously didn't do any research on German candy. So, is love at first sight real?
No.
No.
I don't think it is. No.
All right. Well, do you believe in magic?
No, I don't think I do. I'm quite a realist.
Maybe the most real person we've had on.
I'm a huge realist. Yeah, I'm a realist.
All right. Well, here's a real question for you. When you walk into a party and your freaking jam comes on, are you more likely to bust out the robot or the worm?
Oh wow. I think the worm. Definitely the worm. Yeah, definitely the worm.
I like it. That's good. Do you like things vintage or new better?
Vintage.
Vintage. Okay. All right.
Mm-hmm.
This is a hot topic. Tea or coffee?
Coffee. Mm-hmm.
Right. I mean,
I used to be a barista.
I
used to be a barista for years, man. Of course, coffee.
Okay. All right. She's coffee all the way. All right. So I did some deep stalking on your Instagram. I saw you follow the band Dry Cleaning. Dry Cleaning, the band. So they're one of my favorite UK bands right now. And so I got to ask you, what's your favorite Dry Cleaning song between Magic of Megan and Scratch Card Lanyard? Which one do you like better?
Scratch Card Lanyard. Yeah.
Okay. Very good. Very good. I like it. All right. And you already named a couple bands, but the last question always is, name 2 bands that we ought to check out that we might not know.
Okay. Do you remember the 2 I already named to you? Do you remember
them? Stereo Lab.
Yeah.
And Sub something.
So I mentioned Broadcast, right?
Broadcast. That's right.
Dive. I mentioned. Who else can I mention? It's always just like on the spot, isn't it? I love Aldous Harding. You heard of her? Aldous Harding. And who else? And Deerhoof. I mean, Deerhoof's one of my all-time favorite bands. Yeah. And also sorry to do a plug here, but on my Spotify page, I have a huge playlist with like hundreds of songs of my favorite songs. So you can hear tons of bands that I love there if you want to check it out. Yeah,
we'll have to raid your playlist and go through it. So
please, there's like 20 hours of music, so enjoy it.
I like it. That would be enough for us to catch the flight all the way over to Bruland. So
perfect.
But appreciate you, answering the Pete Peterson party pack of questions. I'm gonna toss it back to Tash. Let's wrap this thing up in a bow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Anna, thank you so much for coming on. It was a blast having you on. Everyone that's listening, go check her out everywhere. Go listen to Ladder. Go listen to the album Speed, Reflection of Youth. check her out on Instagram. It's just at EERA. Is that right?
Yeah, it's just EERA Official on Instagram. Yeah.
EERA Official. Go check her out and listen to her playlist. Listen to her stuff. Just check her out. She's got great music, and
thank you.
We've enjoyed having you on.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thanks for reaching out as well. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Of course. All right.
Take care.
Thank you so much, and have a good day. So,
Bye.
bye.
Bye.